As Olaf looked over to the other side of the bed, he saw Elsa bare naked in nothing but a hair. Oh, the, hello? I was, uh, um, not reading, um, not reading pornographic fanfic of the movie Frozen. Of course not. I was, um, uh, doing research for the latest review. Yeah, that's it. That's a good excuse. The Garfield Show. For those of you who don't know, The Garfield Show is the latest cartoon based on the comic strip of the same name, Garfield, which stars Garfield, Odie, and John just hanging around, just taking on everyday life, eating lasagna, telling jokes, having a good time. Except there's aliens and interdimensional travel and futuristic technology and genies. To start off, let's talk about the animation for this cartoon. The colors are really bright and vibrant and are just usually pleasant to look at when it comes to this cartoon. Also, some of the character designs are really fun to look at, and despite the character expressions and the facial expressions lacking, the designs and just all the colors really pull it all together. Excuse me. But even still, the lip syncing on this cartoon is terrible, with characters practically being unable to either open their mouths bigger than this or flick their tongues so they can pronounce the letter L. It's bad. It's just really bad. Now let's move on to the characters themselves. The characters themselves range from hilarious to annoying. You got Garfield, Odie, John, Nermal, Arlene, John's brother, Doc Boy, and then you got the new additions, including Vito, the owner of a pizzeria, and Eddie Gourmand, a nationally famous food critic, who is by far my most favorite character on this show, just because of the way he's animated, the way he talks, and the way he acts. It all just blends together to this one amazing stereotype of, I want to say fat people, but no, it isn't. Like, I don't even sure if it's a stereotype at all. I'm just knowing this. It's funny. It is just funny. Some characters can be funny in their own right, like Eddie Gourmand, Garfield at times, John at times. But then you got characters that act like complete jerks for kinda no reason, like Nermal, or a character named Henry, who I'm guessing his name is, I forget, or Dr. Whipple, who is a animal psychiatrist, but abuses animals. Or my least favorite, Neighbor Nathan, who in his introduction episode of the same name went from a normal kid to an evil genius kid. Which I can understand. But then you got him constantly obsessing with turning Odie into a cockroach. And then every sentence he says after his revelation that he's an evil genius is turning your dog into a cockroach. Shut up. So the characters are really a mixed bag. Like, you'll get some good ones, you'll get some bad ones, but hopefully you'll find the ones that you like. And now I move on to the episodes and the humor. The humor is kind of odd, to say the least. You got your normal wordplay, your normal physical humor, the average stuff for the first season. For the second season, due to the fourth wall being kicked down, thrown into the back of the studio, and beaten with a shovel and buried 6 feet under with concrete shoes, There is a lot of lampshade hanging and a lot of fourth wall jokes that range from stupid to even more stupid. To the point where they'll say that a ringtone that's the theme song sounds a tad familiar, to literally asking for the script to the episode that you're currently doing and rewriting it to your standards. That kind of humor doesn't really sit well with me, considering the fact that it's just like hammering the point into your face that it knows it's a cartoon, that it's self-aware. It's obnoxious, just a little bit obnoxious. There were a little bit of it in the first season, and that part was okay, but due to the second season just destroying the fourth wall, that's just it. The humor went bad. And the episode choices are bad too. Like, usually you'll get one that's pretty good, but most of them are kind of okay to bland. And the reason I say that is because most of the episodes that are bland are the ones that try to be interesting. The ones that have the magic, the genies, the futuristic technology, the supernatural elements. They use that to try to be interesting, but they ironically end up being bland and tasteless. It's when they limit themselves to these normal slice of life kind of situations that the episode seems to be funnier. Since it's a normal situation, they're going to have to try to get your attention more, and they do it by writing better jokes. These are the episodes that shine with me, the normal ones, if you will. The ones that don't have all this stuff that you wouldn't expect Garfield to be going up against. So again, the episodes are a mixed bag too. If supernatural elements and all that are your cup of tea, go ahead, I don't care. But if you're into the more normal type of elements that Garfield seems to be known for, you'll find one or two episodes that seem to be like that. And even when it seems to be a little bit over the top, it at least keeps itself contained to the point where it's not as over the top as a cybernetic mailman or a genie requesting the owners of his own lamp to grant his wishes. Yes, those are episodes. And no, they're not that good. So all in all, is the Garfield show bad? No, it's not bad. It's far from bad. There are some negative things about it, to be sure. No show was perfect. But it's still worth a watch. A couple episodes, at least, to get your attention. In fact, the very first episode that's aired has you picking either the supernatural elements or the normal elements. Either a race of aliens that look like lasagna, or an episode where Garfield takes care of baby birds. You can determine which episode you like better from that first episode. So I just give it a watch, couple episodes, learn as I did, and I still enjoy it. Aspects of it. Some episodes better than others. Anyway, I'm your critical nerd, and I've got some reading to do. Anna and Sven entered the palace, with Anna swinging her hips seductively.